Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is AhTravesty playing some Third Age Total War with a Divide and Conquer submod. Alright, things are still looking pretty good. Up here in the north, we have General Utbah trying to come across the river here so we can hit Kallenhad up here, one of Gondor's towns. I want to set up a base up here so we can start preparing to go into Rohan later on. Still blockading this port over here by Minas Tirith. I got to hold that for I think another 2 turns or so. Trying to get some of my other armies over here all built up again, so we could probably maybe make a push on Minas Tirith too and take that place out. I'm not too much worried about these other Gondor towns over here though. That way it'll give Mordor something to fight. Over here we are currently sieging Kallenhad, and there's a reinforcing army just outside with a general, and inside there's only 1 unit, but it'll likely get some kind of garrison. And just out here, there's a larger than a half-stack army with a general in it, so that might be pretty nasty over here. Looks like we might have a pretty good fight over there. And over here, I'm still trying to build up forces again, too. Other than that, we're making a pile of money. Orders. So, we might as well go in and see if we can take this fight. Maybe we can lift the siege and go right for this general, and I think that's what I'm going to do. That way we can avoid any kind of garrison in there. Let's go ahead and hit him. Yep.
End this day as victors, breaking the siege.
Alright, so the general. Yeah, general's bodyguard. Looks like everything's standard there. Archer militia, guardsmen, and some Blackroot Vale volunteers. And then the guys from within the castle, the Gondor militia. Alright, let's go fight.
We dance with death this day, my men.
Okay. And looks like we're on a little bit of high ground here. Well, assuming they start from right here, we might be alright. They gotta come up this hill. But let's readjust our lines here a little bit. Let's go ahead and get our archers back here. And let's get these guys up here. And let's spread these guys out a little bit, I think. And to have some cav over here and some camels over here and my general back here. Should be fine just like that. Let's go ahead and start. Yep, they're right in front of us. Let's see here. Might be fine right here. Well, you know what? Let's go ahead and move up just a little bit. See if we can get a better arc here. Let's go for speed up. Alright, let's get the general closer to the flank over here. The archer's getting a good arc. Okay, yeah. We're fine. Alright, he's coming in with his territorial guards. There's his cav. Oh, I almost forgot. Damn, he's got that. Yeah, his reinforcing forces right over here. We gotta kill those guys too. That general's gotta go though. You know what I might do? I might send my cav out here and run these guys over. You know what? I think I'm gonna do that. Let's run right into these guys here. It's just light infantry. Alright, javelins are going in. Put the hammer to them. Yeah, let's go right into those guys. Let's get these guys behind them. Let's get these guys back here. Alright, how are we looking? Alright, let's see what he's going to do with that cav. Looks like he's coming in over here. Let's go get him. See if we can get in behind them. Alright, you guys can pull out. You guys can come in. And you guys can come in. Let's get some Red Wrath. Alright, come on, spears. Ignore them. Alright, let's get some of these guys out here. Let's move off to the flank. These guys can come off to the flank. Alright, you guys get right back here. Alright, how are we looking back here? Alright, you guys can go in now.
Our foe will surely see this and lose heart.
Alright, you guys hit him. And let's go right into these guys here. Alright. Start tossing javelins over here at them guys. Oh, I hope that wasn't my general, was it? Oh, that was his captain. Whew. God damn. Scared the hell out of me.
Drive them from the battle.
Alright, just finish them off.
The enemy are badly bloodied. They have lost half their men.
Alright, can these archers range them back there? Yep. Come on, kill that damn cav. Come on, guys. Alright, let's get these guys out of there. Alright, you guys target them. Alright, let's get the general up here. And the camels. And the rest of our cav. Let's get all back there. Alright, you guys get over here, start tossing the rest of your javelins. These guys are out of ammo, let's send them up here, fight this cav. Alright, you guys targeting them. You guys keep hitting them. You guys hit them. Alright, let's send the general in over here. You guys come back here, start shooting them up. You guys come back here, start shooting them up. Alright, let's skirmish. Alright, where's that damn general at? Kill him, he's gotta go. Alright, general, come on out. Alright. Alright, let's get the camels over here. Alright, how are we looking with this general? Just got a couple left, just 3 left. Let's get some red breath. Alright, you guys get up here. Alright, you guys throwing javelins or what? Come on. Alright, archers are out of ammo. Alright, these guys are trying to get away on us here, it looks like. Oh, we get him? Got him. Alright. Let's go get these guys. Let's just plow right into them now. In we go. Let's go in. Alright, let's bring the general up here. And it looks like they broke.
They run like children.
Alright, I'm gonna run these guys
Scour
down.
them from the field. Great victories are like sweet nectar.
Alright, we
Come,
lost
let us
252
drink
guys,
of
but it
the
looks
most
like
rare and
they
glorious
lost almost
fruit.
700 and we got their general. Nice. Execute. Alright, we should be able to walk right into Kalimbo here. If this army attacks us, so we might have a problem.
Victory. The sun sets on
I'm
today's
thinking we
journey.
should be able... Oh.
Orders. We shall
Are you
end
telling
this
me we
day
can't
as
get in there?
victors. Orders.
Alright, these guys can't make it in.
Orders.
Let's grab everybody
How may
except
I
them
serve?
and let's get in here.
We will smite this foe.
What the f...
Orders. How may I serve?
Alright, who the hell can't get in here?
Orders.
These guys,
Orders.
right? Alright, let's get in.
We shall
How come
end
we can't
this
get in
day
there?
As victors.
What the hell's going on
We will
here?
smite this foe.
How may I serve?
I'm very
We shall end
confused.
this day as victors.
Orders.
Alright, for some reason I can't get up in there. Well, gonna have to do
How may
this
I
then.
serve?
Let's grab some of these guys. And let's move them all up in here.
We shall end this day in triumph.
Alright, let's just go
A
for an
most honorable
occupy.
victory.
What do we have
Victory.
here? Town with town guard, land clearance, dirt paths, leather tanner, chicken farms, meeting hall, practice range, stables, ballista maker, smoking house. And we can get another spy. Should probably go ahead and get him. And we better get a shrine. Yeah, let's get a spy over here. Alright, well, at least they're right next to the place, so if these guys attack, we'll at least be able to reinforce each other here. But no, I gotta put something over here.
How may I
Let's see.
serve?
This whole army can move out too. Let's grab everybody. Damn, I'd really like to move these guys down to Edelon. Let's see, anybody up here need to retrain? Let's do this. Let's grab everybody except... Oh man, how the hell are we gonna do this? Let's leave one of these tribesmen back, and let's leave a set of camels back. I'm gonna send this army toward Edelon. And then we're gonna grab... Yeah, let's grab some of these camels. They're gonna come up here. Garrison that place. These guys are moving. And how are we looking down here? Still can't train him yet. Enemy army routed. Alright, now I might be able to pull some of these guys from here. Let's grab these trollmen. Let's move them up. Let's see. Yeah, let's get right on the bridge for now. And what else do we need up there? Probably some archers. One set of archers, and that should do it. I think these guys are pretty much done retraining up here, except for these higher tier units. Let's grab some archers.
How may I
They're going to come up here. They'll link up, and there'll be a full half stack, and we can go into Edelon with that army.
Orders.
Okay. Alright, yeah, this might get pretty ugly up here. We'll see how that's going to turn out. Okay. Now, all these forces here, they're retraining. Let's see, let's grab the guys that
How may I serve?
are in good shape, and let's start moving them this way. Send them out to that fight over there.
How may
Those
I
guys are
serve?
moving, those guys are
Orders.
moving. Okay, now,
How may I serve? Orders.
we should probably push some of these guys out this way.
We march. The sun
And are
sets.
we able to do
Today
anything
is
up here? Not a damn thing. Alright, let's start spending some of this money. They're building. They're building. Everybody over here is building. Ethering, what can we do here? Well, might as well get some farming up here. Those guys are still building. And Karasas, let's go ahead. Let's get some stables here. And how are we looking up here? Let's get a practice range up here. And everybody else is building something. Maybe we can get a leather tanner there. And what can we get down here? Maybe we can get a merchant's wharf or something down here. Actually, let's get the wharf first. That's going to burn up the majority of our cash. Do we get any more trollmen down here? No, but we can get some other elites. But before we start building down here, I want to see if we can build anything more respectable up this way. I don't think we're going to be able to do anything up here. Nothing there. Well, might as well build something. Yeah, let's go ahead and get some of these south runs then. That's going to burn up all our cash. We're eating it up. We should have just under 11,000 though, so we're looking pretty good. Okay, so far so good. Keep your fingers crossed. This might get crazy right here. Alright, let's go on to the next turn. Alright, candidate for adoption. Okay, Osgiliath under attack. Well, it looks like Gondor pulled that army away, that dummy. He probably could have got me. Well, but then again, I got a pretty powerful general up here too. But okay, well,
How may I serve?
we really got to get some of these guys out of here that are heavily damaged.
Orders.
Alright, let's go over here first. Let's put this place under siege.
We shall end this day as victors, besieging the enemy.
I'm trying to remember what the hell was here. Let's get a bunch of ladders, I guess. Yeah, 4 ladders should be fine here. Okay.
Do we wet them out?
And these guys are going to move in and join them.
Join
Alright,
in
how are we looking? Just barely in the profits, just under 12 grand in the coffers. And we got some roads in Amrun, nice. and a lot of farmings and some other things. And we got another spy, and a little bit of recruitment, a little bit of retraining. Alright. Let's see here. Let's grab this new spy here. Let's send him out this way. And there's a town up here somewhere, if I remember right. There it is, yeah. Eric.
I shall continue in the morning.
Maybe we can push up there and take that place. It looks pretty weak. And they got mines up there. Maybe we should. Let's see here.
How may I
These guys
serve?
are moving back here. Let's get these guys up here.
We march.
Alright, how are these guys looking now? Just the cav that needs a retrain. I
How
need
may
to start
serve?
getting a bunch more Haradrim spearmen so I can use them as garrison is what I really need to do.
We move.
As I'm using a
rest
lot of my
here
good
until
troops as
dawn.
garrison forces right now. Alright,
How
these
may I
guys
serve?
can get out of there.
We march.
Alright, I
The
think
sun
one more
sets
turn
on
holding
today's
this
journey.
place and we should be successful.
Yes, noble master.
Let's get this army moving
Yes.
down here along with
Orders.
these guys.
We move. The sun sets
Yeah, he's
on
starting to
today's
build up
journey.
down here now. At least there's no general in there though. Alright, let's
My
take a quick look
eyes
up
are
here with our spy.
Unseen.
Alright, there's Aldberg.
invisible.
Not too much in there. Let's
As
come
you
back
will.
down here.
Stopping here.
Okay, anything else we can deal with? We got some
How may
cav,
I
we can
serve?
move them
We
guys out.
We rest here until
Alright, these guys are
orders.
gonna go in here. Let's see,
We
can
move.
we do anything in here yet? Alright, we can start retraining the camels. I guess we can get a blacksmith in here. Let's build that blacksmith. And these guys
may
can
I
probably
serve?
come down here and
Absolutely.
train. Yep, let's get them fixed up. Alright, anywhere where we can attack. Now, should I move up here or
Orders.
not? If I move up there, there's a good chance these guys will come back over here, and I don't have really anything over here. Well, except this army, we can probably hold them off. These guys could potentially attack us in that siege, though. Well, if anything, I can break these guys off on their
Orders.
movement up here. Let's go up here.
As you will.
Let's go
The
get it.
sun
They're
sets
pretty
on
weak.
today's
Should be
journey.
strong enough to go ahead and take those guys out.
Orders.
Let's see.
Orders.
Damn, I got a lot of damaged guys up here.
How may I serve?
Alright, and we had some
Orders.
troops here. Let's keep them guys
We move.
moving. Alright, can we get any more? Nope. And, oh, we can get them here, though. Let's get all these guys. Let's get them. Alright, anything else we can do out here now that we have some roads built? Let's go ahead and get a caravan stop out here. Alright, now let's take a look at our agents.
Your will.
Diplomat, he's going to hang out up there.
My ears.
That spy can probably stay there.
My eyes.
That spy, he's going to stay there.
My ears.
He's moving,
My eyes.
and he moved already. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and spend some of this money, move some troops around, and admin up. We'll go on to the next turn. Candidate for adoption. Got a decline. Grandros under attack. Alright. Burning up profits just over 10 grand in the coffers. And we got some more roads done in Korandaj this time, and a lot of shrines and temples. Nice. And a lot of recruitments. And a little bit of retraining. Hostilities cease between Mirkwood and Anduin. Relations improved with Mordor. Alright, how are we looking now? No. Yep, let's keep moving into this
Yes,
place.
noble master.
Let's hit it.
We close for battle. We shall endure outside
Should be
their
alright
walls.
there.
Orders.
Get these guys down
As
here.
will.
Should be able to
The
join
sun
up in the
sets
fight
on
next
today's
time.
journey.
Alright, let's grab this
My
spy.
ears
Let's move down here and see what the hell's all going on over here.
Invisible.
Yeah, Mordor's still fighting those guys. Alright, looks like we gotta hold this port for one more turn. And these
How
guys
may
are
I
gonna come in
serve?
here.
We move.
Anything tooling around our territory? Nope. Alright, now where did that big army go?
My eyes.
Let's send our spy out here.
As you will.
Where the hell is he?
Unseen,
There he is
invisible.
down here.
I shall
Ooh, he's
continue.
moving a lot of troops over here.
Stopping here.
Alright, we can probably go
Orders.
right into this place. Yep. And we got this fight down here, but let's go ahead and knock this one out first. We can go right inside of
We
it.
will smite this
In we
foe,
go.
besieging this place.
Alright, so his general and some Gondor militia. Shouldn't be a problem.
We dance with death this day, my men.
Alright, open town. Come in from 3 sides here, initially. I'm going to go ahead and redeploy. I'll be right back. Alright, all set up on 3 sides here. Alright, let's start moving in here.
Of the south.
Let's get these guys right up here. And archers, let's get up here with a quickness. General can stand by for now. Alright, let's get the spears up here to block this position here. These guys can get right behind them.
Spears of Harad.
And let's go to this side next.
Spear.
Spears can get up there to block in. These guys can come up. And the cav. Alright. Yeah, I got a lot of missile weapons in this army, so hopefully we can shoot them up until they decide to come out of there. Alright, those guys are in range. Those guys are in range. These guys can stay right there. Alright, how are we on this side here? Spears can stand by there. Alright, we might advance these guys inside. Alright, these guys are blocking. They can stay there. And can we possibly get over here and shoot them from the hill? Let's get up there and take a look. Alright, archers, just keep shooting them up. Yeah, they should be able to range him from up here. Alright, he's sending his cav this way.
Skirmisher of the south. Bodyguard, Harad skirmisher. My lord's bodyguard.
Alright, let's send the general in.
Archers of Harad. Bodyguard.
Alright, what are these guys doing? Looks like they're gonna come out and fight.
Spears of Harad.
Shoot him up as long as you can. Alright, let's start pushing these guys in then. Let's get these guys in behind their cav.
Skirmisher.
These guys can come up here. And those guys can target them. And we're gonna get in a fight over here. Alright, just start launching into there. Alright, how are we looking over here? Let's get some Red Wrath. See if we can push into these guys.
Our men have taken control of the city.
Let's go get them. Alright, spears are coming up. Alright, General, let's go run into the back of these guys.
Only half the enemy force remains. We must pray they lose their will to fight.
Kill them bastards.
Of the south.
Alright. Should be able to take these guys out. Alright, you guys stand by. Alright, how are we looking over here with these guys? Keep fighting them. Crush them. Yeah, those guys are done for. Alright, let's send the general over here to help these guys.
Spearmen.
And let's send these spearmen around that way. These guys can come forward a little bit. These guys can come up here.
Skirmisher of the south. My lord's bodyguard.
Crush them. Let's go for a speed up. Here comes my general. Yeah, we're gonna crush these guys. Anything else back here? Nope. Come on, put the beat down on them. Red Wrath. There we go.
Great victories are like sweet nectar.
Alright, only lost 94 guys. They
Let us
lost
drink
over
of the most
200.
rare and glorious
And we got
fruit.
their general. Alright, Eric is ours. That was a pretty easy capture. Yeah, we're getting really spread the hell out now. I
The
gotta
most honorable
get these troops up
victory.
here to resupply all these armies. 'Cause
Our faith has
they're heavily
delivered us
damaged. Let's go for an
victory.
occupy. Got some land clearance, dirt pass, leather tanner, and a 330 coin mine. And we can't do a damn thing here. Alright, let's lower taxes. And we'll just hang out there. Our relations worsened. Alright.
My ears are
Let's send this spy out this way.
as you will.
Trying to remember where all these territories were. I think there's a town right up here by this river somewhere.
Today's journey ends.
Yeah, this is going to get crazy over here.
My eyes are
They got some good amount of people over there. Alright, we can attack into Edelon too, but I think we're running up on time. We should probably save that for the next episode. Okay, now while we're waiting here, we can probably
How may I serve?
move some of these guys around. Let's send these guys out this way.
We rest here until dawn.
And let's see, can we
How may
retrain
I
any
serve?
more of these guys? Yeah, we can get that cav fixed up. Let's send some spearmen up here so they can start pulling some garrison
The sun
duty.
sets on today's journey.
Alright. And what else do we have going on? We got
How
some
may I
spearmen
serve?
here we can move around too. Those guys need to retrain.
Orders.
Let's send some of these guys out this way.
We rest here until dawn.
And these
How may
guys
I
too, and they
serve?
can go all up
Orders.
here.
We move.
They
Working
can
together.
pull some of these better troops out of here that are pulling garrison.
How may I
Alright, the
serve?
rest of this stuff is just admin stuff, I think, here. Oh, and they're blockading my port here. We retrain anything here yet? Nope. And we can build some stuff here. Let's see,
Orders.
these guys can come back up this
We
way.
march. The sun sets on today's
Let's
journey.
go ahead and get a practice range here. Pelagir. Yeah, we got to get this population growth going. Let's go ahead and get some farming here. Yeah, things are looking actually pretty damn good. Anything we can do up here? Maybe a port now, or these roads we can start building too. Well, I'll deal with that all off camera. It's all admin stuff. I think that's all the major stuff we can do for now. We're going to go ahead and end the episode here.